I've almost completed my first of 6 weeks on a PR bond. If you don't know what that is, that's when a judge releases you from jail, just as if someone bails you out, but instead of money, there's certain things you have to adhere to. I get to wear an ankle monitor, which is very difficult to charge because I'm living off grid without electricity. And I have a 10 p.m. curfew, and I can't consume alcohol or drugs. Um, I also don't have a phone because when I was arrested in February, the police seized my phone, and they won't release it to me until the 6 weeks are up. I'm trying to avoid saying too much because I don't want to mess anything up, but I think it's okay for me to say, it's public record, that I was charged with a crime in February. I spent a lot of time incarcerated, and I pled no contest to a misdemeanor charge, and I have already served well over the sentence for that misdemeanor. But the judge, for whatever reason, really wanted to give me every opportunity to violate my bond and go back to jail. So even though the prosecution didn't ask for me to be on a tether, he ordered one. And even though the sentence is already served and my lawyer thought I should be sentenced in 2 weeks, he just wanted to give me the chance to have 6 weeks until I'm sentenced. So that's that. And I think I can also, because the facts as I've described them aren't very different than what would also be in public record. What happened was I yelled at someone. I didn't touch anyone. I didn't harm anyone. I didn't threaten anyone. And I guess I don't think that anybody is providing evidence or saying otherwise. But because my attorney and the judge in this case thought it was a good idea to send me to a state mental hospital, which required me being in jail for 100 days because they were all full, and then 90 days in the hospital. But then the hospital found I didn't have a mental illness or a need for psychiatric drugs or treatment. I think maybe the judge just wants to take every opportunity for me to demonstrate a behavior that would justify the harsh sentence I've already served. But if you don't know my story, he's actually far from the worst judge I've ever dealt with. I think I'm coming from corruption in Chicago, which I've written about extensively here and also on my Instagram. I'm locked out of my Instagram because I don't have a phone, and I used to log in through Facebook, but now Facebook doesn't let you log in without a phone, even though I have my password. So I am still feeling incredibly isolated, and that's partly why I wanted to do this vlog. Also, I just want to check in every week so people know that I'm still free, hopefully, and so that I can kind of motivate myself, because things are feeling very challenging and overwhelming right now. If you don't know my story, which led up to me being homeless and on a tether and phoneless and jobless, I used to, well, I've had a few jobs because I'm older, but I was a teacher when I met my ex-husband, and then I got into business and finance. I was a vice president at an investment bank, which I don't think is a lot better than being on probation on a tether, morally at least. But I did it because my ex-husband was attacking me in divorce court to try to take my children. And so I tried to make as much money as I could to fight him, and I lost. And my ex-husband is also a financial criminal. So in 2021, I reported him to the IRS, and I became a federal whistleblower. And I had also reported his involvement in corruption in the Chicago courts. So when I say the judge I'm dealing with in rural Michigan isn't so bad, it's compared to mobster judges in Chicago. And the federal investigators believed me, and that's why they issued me whistleblowers numbers. And that investigation has been going on for a long time. And it's exhausting. And the hardest part is people think I'm making it up. That was why I spent 3 months in the loony bin. And sorry if that's pejorative to some of you. I can call it what I want because I had to be there. So, my ex-husband, because he hasn't been arrested yet, because judges and guardian ad litems and other appointees are still committing crimes, and federal prosecutors like to collect as many people as they can. He was able to get my driver's license suspended. I would need $2,000. I owe him $2,000 a month in child support. I don't have any income, so that's a lot. And so I'd have to pay that to get my license back. Because I was in jail, my insurance lapsed, so now my car registration lapsed. So it's kind of a gamble. Either I stay in the middle of nowhere and starve quietly, or risk driving. But that's an experience a lot of people in America have. A lot of people who fall under the criminal justice system. They don't usually look like me or have my prissy voice, but it's an experience that a lot of people have and a lot of people don't deserve. So I guess if I'm grateful for one thing, it's to understand what it's like, to understand that when you go to jail, you don't ever get to go outside, you don't ever get to leave the cell. People think you do. So there's a lot. And I didn't think that I could be charged with a felony for yelling at somebody. I thought the First Amendment was interpreted literally. But you can yell at somebody and not threaten them and be charged with a felony. So that can happen in America. But I have to believe that I can get out of this, that I can keep my car, which I think is about $3,000 past due, and that I can somehow get out of this godforsaken state. Sorry, Michigan. You have a lot of natural beauty, but I think I get why the population's dying. But I really want to have positive news to share. And if I'm arrested again, I don't want to disappear and have nobody know what happened to me. But if I disappear again, it's because I wasn't able to charge my tether, or I got some sort of driving violation and arrested again. And I guess I'll see you in another 90 days. But hopefully I'll see you in a week.